September 3rd, 1991.
The big chill at the box office. And it could be an even worse winter for the movie business.
Hollywood's last taboo.
According to the myth, if I play a gay role, I'll never work in this town again.
At play in the Field of Dreams. And above it.
I have people telling me, I'll give you $10,000 for this job.
It was a wonderful life. Director Frank Capra, the Sicilian immigrant whose movies celebrated the hope and individualism of the American spirit, died this morning at the age of 94. Capra directed classics such as Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. But no doubt he'll be most fondly remembered for his 1947 holiday masterpiece, It's a Wonderful Life, starring actor Jimmy Stewart. He spoke with us last year about the making of that film.
Frank Capra, he just said, I have an idea to make a picture about a guy that's going to commit suicide and an angel named Clarence. I said, Frank, if you want to make a picture about that, I'm your man. I just wanted the job with Frank Capra.
Frank Capra, A Wonderful Life, indeed.
The summer movie season is officially over, and the news is bad, worse than anyone predicted. According to the Hollywood trade paper Daily Variety, ticket sales collapsed in August, falling nearly 30% from a year ago to register the worst box office performance in 20 years. As studio executives returned from their Labor Day holiday today, they were scratching their heads and wondering, how did we go wrong? Let us count the ways. For one thing, the studios banked heavily on star power this summer, and then watched in horror as nearly all the stars fell to earth with a resounding thud. Bruce Willis couldn't make a $55 million turkey called Hudson Hawk fly. It didn't even earn enough to cover Willis's reported $14 million salary. Kathleen Turner couldn't overcome a bad script and a worse title in V.I. Warshawski. 4 young buns with Tommy guns fired box office blanks in Mobsters.
Just want your undivided attention.
2 Jean-Claude Van Dammes didn't punch up Double Impact. A tub full of stars lathered up Soap Dish, but washed out in the end. Harrison Ford's Regarding Henry was widely regarded as dull.
What we did was wrong.
Veteran funny men Mel Brooks, Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor, and John Candy drew yawns from critics and audiences alike.
What the hell is going on around here?
And even Julia Roberts, dubbed Hollywood's most powerful woman by the media, proved powerless to prevent dying young from doing exactly that at the box office.
I don't think I can deal with this.
The bottom line, of roughly 50 movies released this summer, only 10 were considered hits. That's a failure rate of 80%. And only 3 movies, Terminator 2, Robin Hood, and City Slickers, took in more than $100 million to qualify for bona fide blockbuster status. Last summer, 4 films crossed the $100 million threshold. Adding insult to injury, the summer's most profitable movie may well turn out to be a re-release of a kid's cartoon starring a bunch of no-name dogs. Disney's 101 Dalmatians sold $55 million worth of tickets 30 years after its original release. That's gravy train for Disney, but for most of Hollywood, it was definitely dog days this summer. The #1 movie at the box office over the Labor Day weekend was titled, appropriately, Dead Again.
Experts are already blaming the summer box office bust of 91 on 2 factors. 1, the studios cranked out an incredible number of crummy movies nobody wanted to see. And 2, the recession that's been plaguing the rest of the country for 2 years finally hit Hollywood full in the face. And Hollywood's hard times may have only just begun, as the ripple effect from the summer box office plunge is felt throughout the industry. Theater owners who make most of their profits at the concession stand are already counting up their candy and popcorn losses. One studio, 20th Century Fox, has already announced it'll make fewer movies in the coming year. If other studios follow Fox's lead, as many expect they will, the Hollywood unemployment lines will swell. Actors constantly out of work in the best of times will work even less. Screenwriters will sell fewer scripts and for less money. Hundreds of union craftsmen will be laid off. Set designers, costumers, makeup artists, followed by studio office employees. Fewer movies made means fewer movies to promote, and that'll hit the TV industry. According to Daily Variety, revenue from movie advertising on TV will take a nosedive this year, the first drop in 2 decades. Individual TV stations could suffer as much as a 20% drop in profits. That will mean more lost jobs in an industry already racked with unemployment. Gloom, doom, and looming disaster. And all because you people didn't go to the movies this summer.
As timing would have it, one studio today began looking ahead to the summer of '92, kicking off production on the sequel to one of the biggest hits of all time. Mitchell Fink is here with some trade secrets.
Jim, filming has commenced on Batman Returns, and executives at Warner Brothers are extremely nervous. Mind you, they're not nervous about the eventual box office fate of the movie. That will come later. What concerns these people more now is how to keep people like me from finding things out about them so I can report to you. Believe it or not, there's a lot they don't want you to know, like the fact that the entire Batman sequel is being filmed in Burbank, California, because it was too expensive to go to England where the first Batman was shot, or that 8 sound stages are being used for Batman Returns, making it the largest production on the Warner lot since Camelot 25 years ago, or that there is such paranoia about Michelle Pfeiffer's appearance as the Catwoman that she was actually driven to her costume test Friday in a golf cart draped with curtains so nobody on the lot would see what she looked like. I'm Mitchell Fink, and I ask you, Warner Brothers, is all this secrecy really worth the effort? Maybe I didn't catch Michelle Pfeiffer in her golf cart, but I got the story anyway.
When we continue, the fear of playing gays in Hollywood.
People in the mainstream are scared of. There's going to be a stigma attached to it.
And the thrill of playing ball on the real field of dreams.
It is a soldier. He is a soldier. It is part of an army. He is an army. You've met the invaders, ants. Now, meet the exterminator, the Orkin Man. Armed with one of the most sophisticated pest control systems in the world, he wipes out ants, destroys the nest, and prevents their return. Guaranteed. The Orkin Man. One call destroys them all.
Ladies, it's here. The weight loss and figure control method everyone is talking about has just come to your area, inches away. The only 3-phase figure correction program, an individualized low-fat eating plan, exclusive inches away figure correction equipment designed for the problem areas of the female figure, plus individualized counseling to guide you through each phase of the program. Call now for a complete figure analysis. But hurry, it's for a limited time only. Let us show you the way to a beautiful figure. Call Inches Away today.
Recently, when I became deathly ill, I was able to summon an ambulance, my next-door neighbor, my family, and my doctor without picking up a telephone. I used this remote control to contact Life Call, my 24-hour emergency medical response service. Watch. You just press this button and speak into the air and...
I'm having chest pain.
I'm calling paramedics and your family, Mr. Miller.
I've fallen. And I can't get up.
We're sending help immediately, Mrs. Fletcher.
See? Protect yourself with Life Call, and you're never alone. To get complete free information by mail about this affordable medical emergency response system, call toll-free now. Life Call can save your life, so call to get free details by mail right away.
For free information about Life Call, call 1-800-843-1900. That's 1-800-843-1900.
When the movie My Own Private Idaho opens next month, its 2 young stars, River Phoenix and Keanu Reeves, will be facing more than the critics. They'll be bucking a taboo that's as old as Hollywood itself. The 2 young heartthrobs play homosexual hustlers, and if Hollywood has a no-no, romantic idols taking on gay roles is it.
I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel like I'm even well-adjusted.
What's a normal dad?
According to the myth, if I play a gay role, I'll never work in this town again.
It shouldn't have to be considered brave to do something like this. It's a good part. It's a good film. They should be very proud of their work in it, which is excellent. And that should be the end of it. It shouldn't have to be brave.
Perhaps it shouldn't, but as early as 1929, Louise Brooks ran into trouble for her role in Pandora's Box. The subtle lesbian tone of her character forced Brooks to spend the rest of her career trying to prove her own heterosexuality. No wonder, then, that actors have historically shunned gay roles, lest they be perceived by fans as being gay themselves.
There's always been the idea of a stigma in Hollywood, and certainly if we go back to the Rock Hudson era, obviously there was a great stigma for those actors who were homosexual. They were the most fearful, I think, of playing gay roles.
Well, we've seen each other before.
Oh, that sounds murky.
Where?
I think they're having their first fight.
When the 1970 groundbreaker Boys in the Band came out, the first movie to openly deal with gay lifestyles, it seemed the stigma was vanishing. But in the last 20 years, while taboo after taboo disappeared from filmmaking, homosexuality has remained stubbornly off-limits. For the most part, when gay roles do exist at all, they usually fall into the categories of lisping queens or deranged psychopaths. When Bruce Davison was offered his part in last year's Longtime Companion, the advice he got was typical of Hollywood.
I had people telling me, we got this to do, let's do this. That's not the great career move right now. We want to make you a heroic leading man, which is really funny because suddenly I'm getting those kind of scripts because of Longtime Companion. Funny business.
Funny indeed. Longtime Companion proved to be a critical hit and a modest success, earning Davison an Oscar nomination. Another success, Kiss of the Spider-Woman, earned William Hurt an Oscar in 1985 for his role as a flamboyantly homosexual prisoner. Obviously, neither actor was hurt by their parts.
I think any time you're dealing with a forbidden subject that people in the mainstream are scared of, there's going to be a stigma attached to it until it's successful commercially, and then the bottom line makes it okay for anybody in Hollywood to do it.
But Hollywood can be slow to change. The late producer Jerry Wheeler tried unsuccessfully for 4 years to make a film called The Front Runner. He was unable to cast the story of a male track star's love affair with his coach, even going so far as to take out an ad in Variety listing major actors who'd played gay roles without harm to their careers.
We went to almost every male star in the 35 to 45 age range, and were turned down either because they thought it would hurt their career or because their agents thought it would hurt their career.
Ironically, it may no longer be up to the actor. In spite of changing attitudes toward playing gay roles, gay activists and producers alike claim that films dealing with gay subjects are harder than ever to make.
The fact of the matter is that there aren't that many good gay roles out there, you know, and the ones that do, as I said, tend to be in independent films. You know, the gay films are sort of ghettoized.
For the most part, the gay and lesbian roles that are offered by actors in Hollywood are of heavies who run around and stab people with ice picks. These are not star parts.
I think they're afraid. I don't know if Hollywood is afraid of gay films. I think Hollywood's afraid to not make a dollar.
Audience reaction to My Own Private Idaho could be a bellwether for the industry. With actors now willing to take on good gay roles, a positive reception could calm skittish studios, and Hollywood's last taboo could finally be broken.
The bottom line is always money in Hollywood. That's the name of the game. And if they thought that there was that gay films were going to be the Terminator 2s of tomorrow, you'd see nothing but gay films.
If director Oliver Stone has his way, there will be another big gay role for actors to fret over in the near future. Stone is planning to produce The Mayor of Castro Street, the story of Harvey Milk, the gay San Francisco politician who was assassinated in 1978.
The big screen might be losing one of its legendary tough guys, but gaining another. Bill Ritter has more in today's Outtake.
Janet, actor Clint Eastwood may be saddling up to ride off into the sunset. Eastwood's now in Canada filming a Western called Unforgiven. And as he's done on many pictures, he's wearing 3 hats: actor, director, and producer. But a source on the movie tells us the triple duty may be too much for the 61-year-old cowpoke, saying, quote, "It's just so draining for him to do it all." Now, the source says that when filming ends, Eastwood, the actor, may hang up his spurs and in the future work only behind the camera. And speaking of tough guys, make room for another mythic muscle man. Fox Television wants to bring back Hercules. Steve Reeves portrayed the pumped-up warrior in a slew of cheesy Italian epics back in the 1960s. Now, Fox is developing a nighttime series and is searching for, quote, the most gorgeous man alive to play the Herculean role. And finally, we've heard all the buzz about Barbra Streisand's upcoming Prince of Tides, including lots of talk that this could be the one that earns her an Oscar nod for Best Director. But here's the bottom line. Streisand could also get this year's Vanity Award for all those lingering close-ups of her derriere. At the switch, in her last film, Nuts, most of the tight shots were devoted to Streisand's mug. So I guess she goes from funny girl to fanny girl.
Nothing like picking your parts. Prince of Tides comes out this Christmas.
He'll never make the Hall of Fame, but Dean Grazer leads the Chicago Cubs in hits, runs, and errors.
You got to make sure you get the plates in right. If you don't get them in right, they could fall out and on somebody's head.
His story and more after this.
To test for perfect pasta, some people use hit-or-miss methods. But this isn't the way to make sure your pasta is just right. This is because when you choose American Beauty, you can depend on the pasta to turn out perfect. Great. Every time. For over 75 years, American Beauty's been pleasing families meal after meal. So make sure our pasta is your pick of the pastas. American Beauty. Perfect every time.
I learned the latest computer-aided drafting skills at ITT Technical Institute. And I earned my associate degree in less time than it takes to finish college. In drafting, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And the shortest distance between high school and a drafting career is ITT Tech.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0088 for this informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088.
Some accident victims never talk to a lawyer. They tell themselves, I don't like lawsuits. I'll settle up with the insurance company on my own. Remember, the insurance adjuster doesn't work for you. He answers to his insurance company. Call an established personal injury law firm, a law firm that will work for you.
Suzak, Dean, and Powell helps accident victims. Call 227-6722. They're in your corner.
I'm Teresa Richardson from Channel 8's Good Evening. KGW-TV and Miller Paint and Wallpaper invite you to Paint Homes for the Needy September 21st. Reach Community Development has targeted homes in our area in need of new paint. Miller supplies the paint and brushes. You supply the help. So please join us Saturday, September 21st and help paint homes for the needy. Call REACH at 231-0682 and find out how you can help.
It was as seen as American as Mom and Apple Pie, Peanuts and Cracker Jacks, Hollywood and Heights. In an Iowa cornfield yesterday, you could hear the echoes of, if you build it, they will come.
Can I come back again?
Yeah. I built this for you.
2 years after Kevin Costner and crew turned this cornfield into Dyersville, Iowa's biggest tourist attraction, this Fenway of the farmland was once again a field of dreams.
Is this heaven? No. It's Iowa.
More than 1,000 spectators paid $50 each to see a squad of Hollywood All-Stars take on some of baseball's living legends. The local charity event was the first time a real game was played on the Dubuque County Diamond. Although real is a relative word in this case, even though Reggie Jackson and Joe Pepitone both hit 3-run homers, The actors were somehow able to eke out a 9-4 win. So how do 2 3-run homers add up to only 4 runs? Simple. It was another case of Hollywood's famed creative accounting.
Sounds like they could have used the services of this next gentleman. Tom Berman went to another field of dreams for his story.
When Dean Grazier goes to work in the morning, he may not drive the world's best car. But when he gets where he's going, he does one of the world's best jobs.
I have people tell me, say, I'll give you $10,000 for this job.
To appreciate what's so special about Dean's job, you have to understand the state of Major League Baseball today.
Baseball has to compete with so much other entertainment forms, with rock music, with videos, with so much going on, that it's not the game that it was 10 or 20 years ago, and certainly not 50 years ago.
For some reason, Cam and Eddie is not in lineup tonight.
In the old days, you didn't have to pay to watch games on cable TV.
It's so nice to be back home.
You didn't have free agents signing contracts for $5 million a year.
Sanko's going over to the stands here.
Even the player-fan relationship was different, which brings us back to Dean Grazier and his job. This is where Dean works. Wrigley Field, Chicago.
If you're a baseball fan, that says it all. If you're not, well, understand that to fans, Wrigley Field is a shrine, the oldest ballpark in the National League, and a throwback to the way baseball used to be. There's more charisma and charm here than in other ballparks. Take, for example, that scoreboard.
It's been out there almost unchanged since 1937. Back then, all scoreboards were like it. They actually had someone in there changing the numbers by hand. Simple, kind of quaint. Almost gone today.
The only thing you got to watch out for if you don't hit the plate with your head.
That's where Dean Grazier comes in. His job is running perhaps baseball's most famous scoreboard. He does it the old-fashioned way. When the team's hit, he runs.
To a certain degree, it is an easy job, but when you're turning around, you know, you're looking in the sun, and all of a sudden you doze off, and that's happened.
The sun isn't the only thing in this job that can make you tired. Every number is on a metal plate. It's sort of heavy, bulky, with sharp edges. This is no job for Vanna White.
Sometimes they won't go in, so you have to use a persuader. You got to make sure you get the plates in right. If you don't get them in right, they could fall out and on somebody's head.
That's never happened, so he keeps doing things like he always has. And while fans at most ballparks get electronic fireworks or instant replays, Cub fans at Wrigley Field get Dean Grazier and tradition.
I don't like the boards the way they are today. I like this here, not because I'm working up there. I like it because it's the atmosphere.
There ain't nothing like it nowhere. You gotta love it.
For uniqueness, like I say, you have to go with the old-fashioned Wrigley Field, no question.
It's tradition, and we wouldn't want it any other way.
Next season, after 25 years, Dean will turn the job of keeping history alive over to his younger partners. He'll be watching from the sidelines to see if they ever mess with his old office. Would the Cubs ever scrap this baseball monument? They say no. But they used to say they'd never play night games here either. Oh, yeah?
But I don't think they will ever. I shouldn't say I don't think that. I wish they wouldn't, because this is natural. It's something that was brought up in baseball. It's one of its kind.
After a quarter century looking down on Wrigley Field, Grazier has seen just about everything except his team winning a pennant. The Cubs haven't done that since 1945, when Grazier was a schoolboy. That's another bit of tradition that seems secure for now.
Now, hair that style can be beautiful to touch. The Finesse Styling Collection. Each has a touch of conditioner, so if you need a little hold or a lot, your style stays touchably soft. Spritz, gel, mousse, spray. Get the hold that loves to be held.
we asked pasta lovers in Italian neighborhoods to try microwave main meals from Chef Boyardee.
These are absolutely good. Absolutely. It's delicioso. That's right. Try a little more. The more you put them out, the better the taste.
Got tomato?
Got meat? Little onion in here. Very good.
Well, you put onion in it.
Well, you have to put onion in it. What's the matter with you? Very delicious. But my wife's comes first. I'm surprised it's Chef Boyardee.
Main meals from Chef Boyardee. Simply Italian. Simply terrific.
Very close to Italian.
Some people add things to their sour cream, things like gums and stabilizers. This is all we add to our sour cream. These are their sour creams. This is ours, Hampshire sour cream from Knudsen, made with pure dairy cream and milk, thick, rich, indulgently delicious. So you can choose their additives, or you can pick Knudsen and choose your own. Knudsen, the very best.
We make a great cottage cheese, too.
From our little Susie.
Buck and Winnie? You dance to the big bands, live through 10 kids, and watch plastic slipcovers come and go. Happy 29th anniversary. How'd she do that?
Introducing personalized greetings from Hallmark, a new line of cards you customize right in the store. Whether you add a name, a date, or write the whole card yourself, you can create messages as unique as the people you send them to. New personalized greetings, only at Hallmark.
And finally, grab the kids, run for cover. Godzilla's escaped, or he's missing at least. A 6-foot-tall rubber costume of the big screen monster has disappeared from the offices of the Toho Motion Picture Company in Tokyo. The costume was being readied to promote another in the series of Godzilla films that have terrorized and amused generations of moviegoers. So, if you see an unusually large lizard lurking in your neighborhood, don't call out the Air National Guard. Call your local Japanese consulate. They will come and fetch him.
That's right. Let the professionals take care of it.
Don't try this at home.
Tomorrow on E.DJ, Free No More. Will pay-per-view turn TV into pay through the nose?
And 24 years after it was banned in Boston, a controversial movie is finally coming to the screen. I'm Jim Moray.
I'm Janice Zapala, and that's Entertainment Daily Journal.
We'll see you tomorrow.